All right, so NBA trade deadline was today, 3 p.m. A lot of crazy blockbuster trades have been going down this past week. Earlier this week, we lost Kyrie to the Mavs. Tragic, but yesterday, a final nail in the coffin for the Nets as we know it. As Kevin Durant, he is on the Suns. Yeah, he's on the Suns. The Suns now have CP3, Devin Booker, Aiden, and Kevin Durant. What does that mean for the league? What does it mean for the West? And what does it mean for Kevin Durant? In my personal opinion, y'all might not like this, but I believe nothing's really going to happen. We see these blockbuster trades. You know, it was like last year with John Wall going to the Clippers. Did you really think anything was going to happen from John Wall being on the Clippers? That's what I thought. So anyway, Kevin Durant, he's on the Suns. I mean, Devin Booker, he was like injured for like the past like month. CP3 is just he's a fucking fraud. Kevin Durant's good, but all the stars that we grew up watching, they're getting old now, including Kevin Durant. So this will lead into what I got to say about the Nets. But anyway, it's clear that the Suns are trying to go all out. They have a whole bunch of old people on the team now. They have they blew all their money on Kevin Durant. They're trying to get this chip this year, but they got to go through the Celtics. They got to go through the Warriors. They got to go through whoever else. The West is now stacked. The West is crazy stacked. I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking, and it actually seemed like the balance in the NBA, or the NBA was actually pretty balanced. For the longest, then the West has been just lopsided with talent, but now it seemed like the East and the West were about equal. After what just happened, the West is back on top. That's just crazy, man. Anyway, let's go into the Nets. I'm a Nets fan, and I've been a Nets fan since like 2012 when they moved to Brooklyn. That's back when like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce were on the team a long time ago. But anyway, uh, I think the Nets are gonna be okay, and I say this because we've seen what my guy Cam has been doing. 3 40-point games, crazy. And let me just put the emphasis on, I guess, what the Nets are trying to do, what their game plan is. So obviously, last summer there's all this drama going on. KD wants a trade. Kyrie's unhappy. Kyrie didn't even, man, I don't know what happened to the Nets. The Nets might be cursed. They blew all their money on Kevin Durant, all their money on Westbrook, not Westbrook, Harden, and Kyrie, and then in less than a year, they're all gone. And I'm pretty sure it boils down to management. I don't think that KD was feeling it. I don't think Kyrie was feeling it. I think even Kyrie tweeted yesterday, he was like, I'm glad Kevin Durant got out of that situation. It made it seem like he escaped the sunken place. I mean, how bad can the Nets possibly be? That I got real questions like, how bad is the Nets management that it's making these people feel like they got out of jail? So that's some serious shit. But anyway, so in this trade, let me see what the Nets got. The Nets in this trade, they get Mike Bridges, they get Drake Crowder. Drake Crowder got traded already for I think for some second round picks, first round picks, second round picks probably. And Spencer Dinwiddie, he's back. He was on the team before the Kevin Durant trade. And man, looking back, the Nets made some pretty bad decisions. Like if I could go all the way back to about what was it 2018, 19, the Nets had that's back when D'Angelo Russell was on the team, had a pretty solid team maybe it wasn't superstar status. Maybe they're not going to the finals or whatever, but we had a solid team with a solid bench that could hold their own. The Nets, they were maybe they weren't doing as good as the Nets this year, but when I look at teams like the Nets, like OKC, like the Rockets, or whatever, maybe they're not the best teams in the league, but they're definitely the teams with the most chance for growth potential. So if I'm making GM moves, I tend to look towards the future. I guess the GM of the Suns, they're looking for the now, they're looking for this year, but I look towards the future. And I think the Nets' future is actually pretty good. We'll see how the team goes this year. Honestly, how far I didn't think the Net. I mean, history has shown first round exit, second round exit, like another first round exit or whatever. The Nets haven't been doing too well, and it's not really their fault. Like the team just never worked out. I don't know the basketball gods that didn't want it to happen. David Stern is somewhere in heaven making all the shots. I don't know, man. It just never worked out. I can't believe it. They had Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie. In my opinion, that's better than the OKC triple of KD, Harden, and Westbrook. Nothing happened out of that. It just a whole bunch of unpredictable bullshit happened. So the Nets never really got a fair shot. I say it's time to rebuild, and I guess the GM decided it was time to rebuild too because they got rid of both of their superstars. And me and my friend were talking about it the other day, and he's like, "Oh, why would they do this? Why don't they just keep Kevin Durant? Why didn't they try to do this and that?" And I'm like, "Bro, with all this drama, all this nonsense for the past 3 years, it's time to let it go, man. I think it's time to move forward." And the Nets seem to be moving forward. I'm actually really happy. I'm really positive about the Nets' future. I think we have a pretty solid foundation for the future now. I don't want to pin it all on one guy, but Cam, I think he's going to be actually. I can't say anything because we have to see how he does because there's so many players who just they're young players, people really haven't heard of. Something crazy had like Jeremy Lin, he popped off crazy, and then like the next season, he's in China. I don't know, man. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, you always want to say positive in situations like this, but I think the Nets have they made out of everything that happened. I think the Nets, at least, at the very least, have a solid foundation for the future. So yeah, that's my opinion on the trade. I mean, NBA is wild. These are wild times. How did LeBron build a super team in less than 24 hours? I don't know. Something fishy's going on. A lot of crazy deals, a lot of buyouts, lots of fucking first round picks and all this bullshit. Something fishy's definitely going on in the league. But if you're a Nets fan, I'm a Nets fan. We just have to stick through this. We're gonna have to see what happens. And don't stop going to the games. Don't stop supporting the team because the superstar is not there no more. Okay? We gotta support this team. We gotta watch what happens in the future. And you definitely gotta be there during the celebration parade. Nets get a ring, I'm going crazy. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's about it. Not much more to say. We'll see how the Nets do, and that's that.